Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you live from Leroy Needon's court at the Beat Cellar for tonight's action with the visiting Yuma Outlaws and your Brush Lady Bee Diggers getting ready to tip off as they're doing introductions right now for our beloved Bee Diggers. Head coach by Maddie Rule, assistant coach by Jen Holdhouse, Delana Tatalini, and Brooke Rule. They have done a great job as a coaching staff. Yuma's going to be coached by Coach Jeremy Robinson, Kelly Seward, Ali Vasquez, and Liz Baukeet. So it should be a great matchup here tonight. As tonight's first quarter is going to be brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. So, beautiful night. It is. It's actually nice and cool in here tonight. Last night it was really, a couple nights ago in here, they had the wrestling going on in here at the gymnasium. And I'm not kidding you, folks. I think it felt like a sauna in here. Temperature had to have been at least mid-80s in the gym, and I don't think I've ever felt it that warm. So that was pretty amazing to see how packed this place was, but yet how hot it was. So we're just getting ready for tip-off here as the starting five for the Yuma Outlaws are coming out. And tipping off for the Outlaws will be number 31, Lauren Gonzalez. And, of course, tipping off for your Lady Bee Diggers will be number 20, Sydney Miller. And they're going to go, Bee Diggers will go left to right on your radio dial. And Outlaws going right to left. So let's get tipped off here as we're ready to get started. Coming to you live from the Beat Cellar on Leroy Needon's court. Bee Diggers win the tip-off as it goes to Callie Kastrup. Callie Kastrup brings it right up the gut there. Finds Sid Miller at the free throw line. Goes back to Callie Kastrup from three. Nope, she pumps and doesn't go in. Goes inside to Kylie Greenwood, who takes it and fires it up for a quick two-pointer. And up, it's no good, though. It's going to be rebounded by the Outlaws, and it's going to be passed down to the right side of the court to number three. And that's going to be Black. And Black over to Neiswanger. Got to get the Neiswangers right. That's going to be Bailey. And then it goes over to Berkeley Neiswanger. Tries to feed it down low to number 15, Taryn Sheffield, but it's taken away by Sid Miller. So the Bee Diggers have the ball as Kelly Kester brings it on the left side. Goes number 10, Jocelyn Middlemiss to the left corner. Almost to Sid Miller. Sid was unable to control it, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Bee Diggers. First foul is going to go against number 20, Sydney Miller. Bringing down the court for the Outlaws will be number 3, Aubrey Black. Up the center and over to number 5, Sheffield. Sheffield from three. First shot is up, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Jocelyn Middlemiss. Middlemiss to Callie Kastrup. Kastrup bringing it up the middle of the court. Over to the left side, she drifts a bit. Finds Sid Miller from the free throw line. Feeds it underneath to Kylie Greenwood. Down low. Kylie Greenwood's shot is up, and she's fouled, though, so she's going to take 2 from the charity stripe as a foul is going to be called on number 15, Bailey Neiswanger. So first chance for the points for both sides as Kylie Greenwood comes to the free throw line for the Bee Diggers. First shot is up, and it is a swish for Kylie Greenwood. Second shot for Greenwood. Not a big crowd on the on the beat pile side, as there's not a lot of noise over there. But the second shot is up and good. So 2-0 is their score as the Lady Bee Diggers on top of the Outlaws. So starts it off to Sheffield. Sheffield over to Bailey Neiswanger and over to Lauren Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to find somebody as they're circling around. Gets over to Taryn Sheffield. Sheffield feeds it down low to Berkeley Neiswanger. The shot she tries to take, but at the same time she gets caught traveling, and it's going to be a turnover for the Outlaws. Inbounds from Gracie Martinez over to, of course, Callie Kastrup. Left side, she drifts a bit over to Jocelyn Middlemiss. Nothing there. Back to Kastrup. Kastrup to Martinez. Martinez back to Kastrup. Finds Miller. Unable to get it. Kastrup from three-point shot. Her first one is up and good. Callie Kastrup with the three-point bucket. 5-0 lead for the Lady Bee Diggers. As the Outlaws quickly get it down the court. Fed down to number 3, Aubrey Black. Out to number 5. And that's going to be Taryn Sheffield. The shot is up, and it is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by one of the Lady Bee Diggers. with a quick substitution for the Outlaws. Number 1, Caroline Ross is coming in. Carolina Ross, excuse me, checking in for the Lady Outlaws as they're trying to get the infield, or excuse me, on the inbounds pass, and that is to number 1, Carolina Ross. Her shot from three-point line is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by number 10, Jocelyn Middle Miss. Middle Miss brings it up the court, goes to outside left side to Callie Castrop, who's already been hot with the three-pointer. Finds Sid Miller at the free throw line, falls to the ground. There's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be a change of possession to the Lady Outlaws. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left here. Score 5-0 as the Lady Beat Diggers lead this one early stages of the first quarter. So bringing it down to court for the Outlaws will be Aubrey Black, number 3, as she pitches it over to Ross on the left side, over to Sheffield. Sheffield gets it outside to Ross. Ross back to Sheffield. Sheffield back to Black on the outside right corner. And it's tipped up by Sid Miller as the shot from Caroline Ross from underneath the bucket was blocked by big number 20, Sydney Miller. A great block as Jocelyn Middlemess brings it down over to the right side to Gracie Martinez. To Kylie Greenwood from underneath the block, nothing there. Finds and swings it over to Callie Castrop, who gets it into number 10, Middlemist. But Middlemist loses control of the ball, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a change of possession or a turnover for the Beat Diggers. Checking back in will be number 31, Lauren Gonzalez, along with Keelan Quesada checking in. And for your Lady Beat Diggers coming into play, some action will be number 14, Emery Chard. So Quesada brings it down the court for the Outlaws over to Carolina Ross. Ross on the right side over to Sheffield. Sheffield back to number 11, Quesada, who gets it fed down to Lauren Gonzalez, and she gets her first 2-point bucket. So the Outlaws are on the board finally, 5-2 with 4:41 left to go in the first quarter. Castrop down to Middle Mist on the left side, hits Emery Chard at the free throw line, who's replaced big Sid Miller. Over to Callie Castrop on the right side. Callie takes to make the drive and throws it up as she's going in, and they're going to get called with a foul on the Outlaws, and that's going to be charged to Kailin Quesada, who gets her first personal foul. Gracie Martinez looking to throw in as she goes to 13, Kylie Greenwood. Greenwood she does lose control of the ball, and it's a turnover as it was recovered by Sheffield, and Sheffield gets it down the court to number 15, Bailey Neiswanger. Neiswanger over to Kaylin Quesada. Quesada hits Sheffield on the right side. Right side, she's looking. She finds Gonzalez deep in the corner. Gonzalez is unable to do anything. Gets back to Sheffield, who takes it to the free throw line. Her shot is up, and it is good for Taryn Sheffield as she gets her first bucket of the night. Score is now 5-4 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left as Sydney Miller checks in and replaces Jocelyn Middlemist. Not too deep on foul issues right now. 2 fouls for the Outlaws, 1 for the Lady Beat Diggers. Castrop brings it down the court over to Gracie Martinez. Feeds it over to Kylie Greenwood to the right side from Sid Miller, and she gets caught traveling. So another couple of substitutions as Piper Hickey's going to check in for the Lady Beat Diggers. And also in for the Lady Outlaws will be Berkeley Neiswanger. Neiswanger gets it into Quesada. Quesada brings it down the court for the Outlaws. Over to the left side. I apologize, that was not Quesada. That was Ross to Quesada. And then over to the left corner, shot by number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger is up, and it is no good, and rebounded by number 20, Sid Miller, who gets over to Callie Castrop on the left side. She brings it down, tries to get it over the top to Sid Miller. Sid lands pretty hard. She gets up just a bit slow, but she's up and ready to go as the Outlaws get the steal, and it goes down the court as Sheffield on the right side goes over to number 11, Quesada, back to Sheffield from way downtown. Sheffield tries the 3, and it's not there, and it's rebounded by number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger. Her shot is up, no good. Lauren Gonzalez takes a shot up. It's blocked by Sid Miller, and then it's shot and rebounded by number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger, who gets the turnaround jumper. And now the Lady Outlaws lead this one 6-5. 2:45 left to go in the first quarter. Gracie Martinez over to Callie Castrop. Castrop feeds it. Oh, wide open was an Emery Chard, but it was knocked away by one of the Outlaws and brought down the court now by Carolina Ross. Ross looking for Lauren Gonzalez, not there. She still holds on to it as Ross still drives, feeds it over to Sheffield on the left side, and it's fed to Quesada. She's cutting inside to the basket, but she's blocked by number 20, Sid Miller. Sid Miller with the rebound and sends it over to number 1, Callie Castrop. Castrop brings it down the left side court, drifts slightly more towards the left, feeds it over to number 2, Piper Hickey. Hickey to the right side. Oh, almost got caught traveling, but she did good feeding that one over to Sid Miller. No, they did call the traveling on her, as we do have a substitution for the Beat Diggers. Number 4, Macy Jones is going to check in for the Lady Beat Diggers, as well as I believe Aubrey Black will come back in for the Lady Outlaws. Black's going to bring it down the court, middle court, as the Beat Diggers play the 2-3 defense. Fed over to Ross on the right side. Three-point shot is up. It is no good, but I believe it's going to be a foul on number 14, Emery Chard, and it's going to be a 3-shot foul as Emery Chard gets charged with her first personal, and that puts on the line for the Lady Outlaws, number 1, Carolina Ross, for 1 of 3 is good, her first one, as she still continues, as she'll have 2 more shots to go as the Outlaws lead this one 7-5. Second shot from Ross is up, swish, as she makes that one, so it's going to be 8-5. 2 fouls for both teams so far. Buckeye Insurance, you have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart at 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling, as that shot goes in as well. The third one, so she's 3 for 3 on the line, as Macy Jones has it fed from Martinez. Martinez gets to Miller, who tries to feed it in to Emery Chard, but not there. Another turnover for the Beat Diggers, as they're having some turnover issues early in this game. As checking in for the Lady Diggers is number 5, for the Lady Outlaws, number 5, Taryn Sheffield. Sheffield is now in as the ball is fed over to number 1, Ross. Ross to Sheffield from the free throw line. Sheffield for the right side, looking to the right key. Over back to Ross. Ross from three-point land, back to Sheffield. Sheffield over, swings it around the court to number 3, Black. Black and Sheffield and Ross swinging it around the top of the key. It's finally fed underneath to number 30, Neiswanger, and her shot is up and no good. And it could be a foul on the Outlaws. It is. It's going to be charged on number 15, Bailey Neiswanger. That's going to be her second foul. So you know that the Outlaws are going to probably pull her, in which they do, as Lauren Gonzalez comes in to replace her. Checking in for the Lady Beat Diggers is number 10, Jocelyn Middlemist. Gracie Martinez is bringing it up the court as Callie Castrop has taken a rest on the bench there. Over to Sid Miller. Sid Miller to Piper Hickey. Hickey with a shot from the left side box is up, and it's no good, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Outlaws, and the Beat Diggers will maintain possession. As Gracie Martinez looking for the inbounds pass, sees Sid Miller, goes over to Martinez, or to Hickey. Hickey gets it fed down to Jocelyn Middlemist, who's unable to grab the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds, and yet another turnover for the Lady Beat Diggers. Berkeley Neiswanger feeds it in to number 3, Aubrey Black. Black brings it up the court. 2-3 defense for the Lady Diggers as it's over to Sheffield. Sheffield to Ross. Ross back to Black. Black back to Ross from three-point land. Way deep shot for Carolina Ross as she hits the three-pointer for the Lady Outlaws, and they've got a pretty good lead now at 12-5. Piper Hickey has the ball for the Lady Beat Diggers on the right side. Tries to find Sid Miller, but it's off. I thought it was off the foot, but it bounced off the floor, and it's taken away. Another turnover for the Beat Diggers, as now at the free throw line, it is number 31, Lauren Gonzalez, to number 5, which will be Sheffield, and it's swinging around the top of the key from Black to Sheffield and Ross. Black currently has the ball as it goes over to Neiswanger. Neiswanger back down to number 3, Aubrey Black. Shot from the right block is up, and it is good. So Black gets her first 2 points for the Outlaws as it's fed down the court to number 4. I believe that's Macy Jones, and she's knocked down pretty hard. And the foul is going to be charged against Berkeley Neiswanger, her first personal, as they now have 5 team fouls. But let's see what happens here. I think they're checking. No, they're going to correct it as 4 team fouls. I was wondering why they weren't shooting, but it's only going to be 4 fouls on the Lady Outlaws. Callie Castrop checks in for Macy Jones as she takes a quick break. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. First shot, she's got to get it up from Castrop is up. No, she misses it from three-point land. So we end the first quarter with a score of 14-5. And that was after a 5-0 run, and now the Outlaws have a 14-point run, as we are, just like I said, in between first and second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and come back to you on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network coming to you live from the Beach Cellar in Brush. Yuma and Brush classic matchup here. Second quarter brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at SydneyRMC.com. As the Lady Bee Diggers will bring the ball in to start the second quarter, as Callie Kastrup will bring it down the court, finds Kylie Greenwood at the free throw line, feeds it over to number 10, Jocelyn Middlemist. Middlemist is double teamed on the right side over there. She tries to work it through. It's picked up by Kylie Greenwood, and she tries to take a shot, and she is fouled. So Kylie Greenwood is going to come to the line again for the Lady Beat Diggers, as that foul is going to be charged on number 15, Bailey Neiswanger. Early in the second quarter, she's charged with her third foul, as Kylie Greenwood first shot from the free throw line is up, and it is good. So Kylie Greenwood still continues with her 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight, as she's going for her fourth shot. Second one is up off the rim, and it's no good. Of course, she gets the announcer's jinx as usual. Feel bad for that, as it looks like it's a rebound, but it is a jump ball is what they're going to call, and it's going to be a quick switch back to the Lady Outlaws as they maintain possession. So bringing down the court will be Aubrey Black for the Lady Outlaws, as she's down to the center court there, tries to find, we got a traveling call on her, as she was trying to feed it down low to number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger. Got to get both those girls right, because there's 2 of them on here. So a turnover for the Outlaws, as our score is 14-6 in the second quarter. Callie Kastrup brings it down the middle of the court to Gracie Martinez. Martinez to Greenwood at the top of the key free throw line. Shot by Kylie Greenwood is up and good. Great drive by Kylie Greenwood. 14-8 is our score, as Aubrey Black brings it down the court for the Lady Outlaws. Finds Neiswanger. Neiswanger over to Sheffield on the left side, back to Black to Sheffield, over to the top to Neiswanger, to Gonzalez. Gonzalez feeds it over to Ross, and Gonzalez gets it after Ross loses the handle, feeds it to Neiswanger. She tries to take it down the middle center there, and it's knocked away by the Lady Beat Diggers, Kylie Greenwood. So it's going to maintain possession to the Outlaws. Good defense there by the Lady Beat Diggers. Sheffield's going to do the throw-in here as she gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Black, back to Sheffield from 3. Thought she would have got caught traveling there, but she did not. Shot goes back to Aubrey Black from the top of the three-point area, and it's no good. Rebounded by Miller. Miller gets it over to number 3, Gracie Martinez, back to Kastrup at the top of the key, as she's looking to feed Jocelyn Middlemist as she tries to make the shot. And he gets to Sid Miller. Shot is up for Miller. It is good. Sydney Miller on the board for the Lady Beat Diggers to help close the gap, as we're 14-10 with 6:13 left to go in the second period, as Ross has it at the top, and she tries to do a couple of extra steps there. Tried to do the old NBA style, and it wasn't going to work for her there, as she gets called with the traveling. As Keelan Quezada comes in for the Outlaws, checks in. Callie Kastrup brings it up the middle of the court. 14-10 is our score. Fed over to Jocelyn Middlemist. Middlemist to Sid Miller. Left-handed shot up, and it's good. Sid Miller with another basket, as she's got 4 points for the night, as she hits the ground pretty hard, but she's able to make the shot as the Outlaws bring it down, and it is a right-handed layup by number 11, Keelan Quesada. It's up, and it is good. As Sid Miller needs a break, as it looks like she hurt herself when she came in off of that second shot. It looks like she landed on her ankles, so Emery Charge going to replace her as a quick injury, as Callie Kastrup brings it up the court for the Lady Beat Diggers. 16-12 is our score. Kastrup finds Gracie Martinez on the right side, throws it back to Kastrup in the middle, over to Greenwood. Greenwood to Jocelyn Middlemist, and it's up, and it's good. Jocelyn Middlemist makes it a 2-point contest. 16-14 is our score, as the Lady Beat Diggers continue to chop down that tree lead. As the Outlaws now have possession, Sheffield finds Black. Black over to Sheffield from three-point shot. It is up on the bank. It's good for Taryn. Sheffield gets a three-pointer for the Lady Outlaws. 19-14 is our score. Kastrup down the court over to Middle Miss. Middle Miss to Chard in the left corner. Chard tries to find Kastrup. She does get her. Kastrup feeds it over to 10. Middle Miss to the right side. Tries to go to Gracie Martinez down low, but it's knocked away by Neiswanger. Neiswanger is going to take a break as Lauren Gonzalez checks in for her, along with number 10, Laisha Loya, for the Outlaws. As the Beat Diggers will get the ball underneath the Outlaw hoop. Gracie Martinez will be the inbounds. Gets it out to Middle Miss on the top of the key over to Callie Kastrup. She almost lost control of the ball. Big fight and scrum for the ball. Jump ball as it's going to be, and the Beat Diggers are going to maintain possession as a couple of the Outlaws tied up with Kastrup on that play. Gracie Martinez on the inbounds to number 10, to number 14, Emery Chard, to Kastrup. Kastrup over to the top of the key, over to Jocelyn Middle Miss on the left side. Middle Miss tries to make a drive, nothing there. Over to Kastrup from the top of the key. She's double teamed. She's having some troubles, but there's going to be a foul on the Outlaws, and I believe it's going to be on number 10, Laisha Loya. It is. It's going to be her first personal foul, as unfortunately that'll put them at 2 fouls already this quarter. Emery Chard will take the inbounds from Martinez. Martinez back to Kastrup. Greenwood underneath to Martinez, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Outlaws. The Outlaws are actually playing some pretty solid defense underneath the basket, making it difficult for the Lady Beat Diggers. Emery Chard on the left side on the inbounds, gets it over to Martinez. Martinez tries to feed it in. She tried to force it over to Kastrup, but it wasn't, and she was able to get it tipped and back. Emery Chard now gets the ball. She's double teamed at the top, and we're going to get a jump ball as the Outlaws will get the possession as they're scrumming up pretty good. It was a good substitution to put Laisha Loya in there because she is just fighting for the ball every single time for the Outlaws. As number 2, Piper Hickey, is checking in for the Lady Beat Diggers. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, second period. 19-14 is our score. As Carolina Ross brings it down for the Outlaws, over to Terrence Sheffield on the left side, back to Ross. Ross from big three-point land. It is a swish. Carolina Ross has 2 3-pointers for the Lady Outlaws, a 22-14 score, as Martinez tries to bring it down and she overthrows Piper Hickey. Lots of turnovers for the Beat Diggers as they're going to have to clean up their turnover issues here in the first half. 22-14 again is our score with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Carolina Ross brings it down for the Lady Outlaws. Gets it over to Loya. Loya tries to feed it down low to Sheffield, but it's picked up by number 11, Quesada, and she gets a shot, and it's up, and it's good. 24-14, a big lead of the night here for the Outlaws as they're up 10, as the Beat Diggers are having trouble just bringing the ball down the center of court as they're getting a hit with some pretty good solid defense from the Lady Outlaws at half court. Martinez on the inbounds to number 2, Piper Hickey. She's quickly double teamed, and a quick pushing foul is going to be called against Laisha Loya. It's going to be her second personal. Again, she came in, they had her in for that reason, to try to make it real tight on the Lady Beat Diggers as she checks out of the game, and Aubrey Black comes back in for the Lady Outlaws. And it sounds like we have some buzzer issue. Oh, they're doing a change. They're doing a change, so let's see what they're doing. I don't know what they did. I heard her say 1-5, but I don't know. I think it's, yeah, Laisha Loya has 2 fouls. Okay, I think they were just clearing up some foul troubles there. As the Beat Diggers get the ball, Kylie Greenwood, she's double teamed at the top of the free throw line, feeds it over to number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess, and she's tied up by Sheffield, and it's another jump ball. And this time, Beat Diggers will maintain possession, but they are having troubles getting the ball to the hoops on the Outlaw side. As it's inbounds to Emery Chard. She's quickly double teamed. She loses handle of the ball, trying to decide if it was an out of bounds, and it does go back to the Beat Diggers as Gracie Martinez from underneath will do the inbounds as the Lady Diggers go to Jocelyn Middlemess. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Kylie Greenwood. Kylie Greenwood with a quick give and go back in for her, giving her 7th point of the night. 24-16 is our score. Ross, Carolina Ross on the right side, feeds it over to number 11, Quesada. Quesada over to Black. Black tries to take it from the free throw line. She loses the handle as she tries to turn. I'm sorry, and that was on Carolina Ross who lost the handle. Recovered by 13, Greenwood. Greenwood gets it down to Jocelyn Middlemist. Middle Mist finds Greenwood on the right side. Greenwood tries to feed it over to Piper Hickey to the right corner, but it's kicked by the Outlaws as Callie Kastrup checks back in for Gracie Martinez. 2:37 left to go. 24-16 is our score as Piper Hickey tries to get the inbounds pass. She does get it over to Callie Kastrup on the right side. Kastrup with the drive up the court. She passed it over to Jocelyn Middlemiss, and Middlemiss just kind of ducked like she wasn't sure if that was to her or to Hickey. So another turnover, a costly turnover for the Lady Beat Diggers when they had a chance to get themselves closer with the score as we remain 24-16 as Sid Miller wraps up that ankle, and here she comes coming right back in. Good to see her on the defensive side for the Lady Beat Diggers as number 13 Kylie Greenwood will take a break. 2:31 left to go. 24-16 is our score as Carolina Ross brings it down for the Outlaws. Feeds it over to Quesada. Quesada finds Black at the free throw line. Feeds it over to the right side to Neiswanger. Neiswanger back to number 11, which is Quesada. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Beat Diggers as Piper Hickey brings it down the right side of the court. She takes it. Oh, got caught there. I saw that one with the carry. So another costly turnover for the Lady Beat Diggers as a timeout has been called by the Lady Outlaws. Gives me a chance to take a break. It has been a very fast-paced girls game. Our score is 24-16 currently. Confused by the way rankings work? Don't worry. The Eastern Plains Sports Network has you covered. Every Tuesday, we bring you Bleckatology on our Spotify channel. Ben Blecka breaks down the rankings and what all the numbers mean in a way that's easy for you to understand. Bleckatology is presented by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Let them plow through your paperwork. Visit agman.co today to set up a consultation. Get yourself Bleckatologized. That's what I say. I love listening to the old Bleckatology program. That's so amazing to listeners. So if you get a chance, take a chance and listen to Ben Blecka as he is absolutely amazing when he does his numbers. Premier Farm Credit, for over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit premieraca.com. And Wiggins Equipment. Count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. That's Wiggins Equipment. As the Outlaws, after the timeout, we're bringing in to Aubrey Black from Carolina Ross. Black feeds it over to Neiswanger. Neiswanger back to Ross. Big three-point shot. She's been hot on it, but she misses that time as Neiswanger gets the rebound, and she's on the floor with a big scrum against the Lady Beat Diggers. And it is going to maintain possession to the Outlaws. 24-16 is our score still. Coming to you live from Leroy Needham's court at the Beat Cellar and Brush. As Taryn Sheffield finds Neiswanger underneath. She misses the shot, and a beautiful rebound by Sid Miller as she gets it and feeds it to Middlemiss. Middlemiss brings it up the middle. Middlemiss finds Sid Miller. Sid Miller at the free throw line. She's trying to find someone. She does find Piper Hickey on the right side as Hickey tried to get it down to Greenwood, but it was kicked out of bounds by Taryn Sheffield. Callie Casper with the inbounds pass as she's looking, finds all the way on the almost to half court there to Jocelyn Middlemest over to Hickey on the right side. Finds Kylie Greenwood, shot from almost three-point land, just missed it, bounces in and out, and it looks like it is going to stay on this side as it was last touched by an Outlaw, so the Beat Diggers will maintain possession as Callie Kastrup will do the inbounds with 1:26 left to go. 24-16 is our score. As Piper Hickey on the left side feeds it to Callie Kastrup. Kastrup tries to think about the shot, not. She goes to Piper Hickey, then over to Sid Miller, and she loses the handle on it as she tried really hard to get it from the free throw line. As Taryn Sheffield tries to dribble the ball towards the free throw line. Looks like she's fouled by number 1, Callie Kastrup. Callie gets charged with her first personal of the night. Foul count is 3-1 with 1:08 left to go. 24-16 is our score. Sheffield finds a wide open Aubrey Black on the right side. She takes the shot as she drives it in, but it's up and it's no good, and tipped back in by Sheffield. Sheffield is able to get it in to number 31 Gonzalez, but she gets tied up in a scrum with number 20 Sydney Miller, and it's going to be a jump ball, and the Beat Diggers will take possession. Callie Kastrup brings it down the middle of the court for the Lady Beat Diggers. Gets it to Sid Miller from the free throw line. Free throw line over to Jocelyn Middlemess, right corner. Elbow, it's up, and it's no good, and it's rebounded, and it's tipped away by Lauren Gonzalez, so it'll maintain B-Digger possession as Piper Hickey with the inbounds calls the play. Finds Callie Castro from the top of the key, looks for Sid Miller, nothing there, goes over to number 2 Hickey, and it's tipped away by the Outlaws, and it also looks like Hickey might have tipped it as well. So the Outlaws will take possession with 42 seconds left to go until halftime. Aubrey Black brings it down for the Outlaws as she feeds it over to the right side to Carolina Ross. Ross on the right side. She's covered up by Callie Kastrup. Great defense. Callie Kastrup is still in there as if ball was fed to Neiswanger, and she locks up with her. Great job on the sportsmanship as she helps her up, but it maintains possession for the Outlaws, and that would be Berkeley Neiswanger, as Bailey's had some foul trouble tonight. She's already at 3 fouls. So Taryn Sheffield will do the inbounds as number 3 Gracie Martinez checks in for Piper Hickey. 28 seconds left to go. Sheffield looks, finds Gonzalez, back to Sheffield. Sheffield thought about the 3, but she drops it down, dribbles and drives, and she's fouled as she was heading for the left side of the rim by number 1, Callie Kastrup. Callie gets charged with her second personal as Taryn Sheffield comes to the free throw line with 24 seconds left to go until halftime. First shot from Taryn Sheffield is up off the rim, bounces no good. Score stays at 24-14. Not too much foul trouble, so I don't see anybody, unless it's a shooting foul, to cause an issue to put anyone on the line. Sheffield with her second shot is up. Swish on that one for Taryn Sheffield. And it's now 25-16 as Callie Kastrup brings down center court. Gets over the right side to Martinez. Back to Callie Kastrup to the center of the court. Finds, looking for Middlemess, who's cutting underneath. Middlemess, she got a block, though, by number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger. Neiswanger brings it down the right side of the court. Has a little troubles dribbling with it. Able to get it over to Carolina Ross. Ross feeds it to Lauren Gonzalez. Her shot is up and good for Lauren Gonzalez. And that will take us to halftime, folks. 27-16 is our halftime score as the Outlaws really came out strong this second quarter. We are going to take probably about a 2-minute break and come back and go over some stats and stuff and talk about our upcoming game next here as the boys are starting to warm up here as well. And again, we'll take, let's do a 3-minute break at the studio. I appreciate everybody working at the studio for me tonight. So we'll take a 3-minute break and come back to you on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you back live from Leroy Needham's court. Third quarter action already underway here. Just got started here in the last 30 seconds as the Lady Outlaws are quickly on the board here as the shot from Carolina Ross underneath the hoop is good as Callie Kastrup from the left side drives it down to the block over to Martinez. Martinez to Sid Miller. Sid Miller out to Callie Kastrup, who wants the 3-point shot, unable to get it off. And again, another turnover underneath as Kylie Greenwood gets in a scrum, though, to get the ball back for the Lady B-Diggers. But instead it is a change of possession, but that's okay. That'll help them as the possession will switch. As Lauren Gonzalez will do the inbounds over to Aubrey Black. Aubrey Black bringing it up the middle of the court. Black feeds it over to Sheffield. Sheffield brings it around to the top of the key. Finds underneath number 30, Neiswanger. Her shot is up and it is good, and she's fouled by number 10, Sid Miller, who chalks up her second personal foul as Berkeley Neiswanger, gets the old and one. Her shot is up, rolls in and out of the bucket, rebounded by number 20, Sid Miller. Sid Miller to number 3, Gracie Martinez. Feeds it ahead to Jocelyn Middlemess, who loses control of the ball. Yet again, another turnover, guys. They've got to clean up those turnovers. Callie Kastrup tries to defend the shot as it's taken down by the Outlaws, and she gets charged with a foul early, and that's going to be her third foul as now Callie Kastrup goes into foul trouble. On the line, number 1, Carolina Ross for 2 on the shooting foul. First shot by Ross is up. Bounces in and out, no good. Lucky with that miss as number 2, Piper Hickey, checks in for Callie Kastrup. Carolina Ross going to take her second shot. 6:49 left to go. Third quarter action, 31-16 is our score. Shot rolls in and out, and it's rebounded by number 13, Kylie Greenwood, who steps her foot out of bounds, unfortunately, and that's going to be a turnover. Or excuse me, yes, that is going to be a turnover back to the Outlaws. Taryn Sheffield with the inbounds to Lauren Gonzalez, to Aubrey Black, over to Carolina Ross. Ross over to number 5, Sheffield, who feeds it into Niswonger, but unable to get the shot. Carolina Ross from the top of the key. Good ball movement here by the Lady Outlaws as Sheffield with the drive, and she tries to go up, but she has nowhere to go. Rebounded by number 20, Sid Miller. Sid Miller over to Jocelyn Middlemest. Middlemest brings it up the court. Feeds it over to number 3, Martinez on the left side, to Greenwood from the free throw line. Shot by Greenwood is up, bounces around, no good. Tried to be a rebound there, but it was picked up by Lauren Gonzalez. Gonzalez up to Aubrey Black. Black up the center of the court. Right side over to Carolina Ross. Ross back to Aubrey Black, over to Sheffield on the left side. Tries to pass it, but instead shoots the three. It's up and it's good for Taryn Sheffield, her second three-pointer of the night. Oh, Jocelyn Middlemest was open on a pass from Martinez, and they saw that one early. They're just looking and showing the passes away, and it was knocked out by number 30, Niswonger, Berkeley Niswonger, as quickly Coach Matty Rolls taking a timeout to settle them down from that. I think they came out really dead on that first portion of the third quarter with 5:51 left to go. Outlaws lead this one on the ladies' side, 34-16, as the third quarter brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildsbydesign.com. Stay connected with Eastern Plains Sports Network on all social media platforms. Follow at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook or Instagram to see what games we're covering. Get pictures from ones we're at and more. We also have several regular podcasts on our Spotify page. Give the Eastern Plains Sports Network a like, follow, and subscription on all social media platforms today. Crowd is kind of quiet here on the Beat Diggers side as the Lady Outlaws have taken a pretty good lead here, almost doubling over the Lady Beat Diggers score with a score of 34-16. At one point, the Lady Diggers were in the lead early in the first quarter, but since then, the Outlaws have kind of taken this game over and have made a big difference. So the timeout breaks as Piper Hickey will do the inbounds for the Lady Beat Diggers to Gracie Martinez. Martinez brings it in, and she's going back to Hickey on the left side. Hickey tries to put it into Sid Miller. Again, they're forcing those passes. Miller from the free throw line loses control of that pass as well. Oh, and we're going to see an offensive foul as Carolina Ross threw an elbow as she was trying to get through the traffic, and you're going to get called with that every time on the offensive side. So Carolina Ross gets charged with her first personal foul as Gracie Martinez with the inbounds to Miller. Miller to Hickey. Hickey to Martinez from three. It's up. It's no good. And it's going to be a scrum for the ball there. Nope, they're going to call Kylie Greenwood this time, most likely for a personal foul. Let's see if that's the official call. Foul is going to be on number 13, Kylie Greenwood, her first foul, as the Outlaws are going to make a couple of changes here as Laisha Loya comes in and Kaylene Quezada comes in for the Outlaws. No changes on the Beat Digger side. Still playing that 2-3 defense, down 34-16, 5:28 left to go. Ross brings it up the middle, swings it over to Quesada. Quesada to Sheffield on the far left side, gets it down in the corner to Loya. Loya gives it back to Sheffield, who drives it in, and she loses control of the pass, but it looks like it might have been tipped by one of the Beat Diggers as she was trying to get it into Niswonger, and the Outlaws will maintain possession. Sheffield from underneath the hoop tries to find somebody on the inbounds, finds Niswonger. Niswonger goes to drive. She's blocked big time, though, by number 20, Sydney Miller with the big block. As she gets it into Jocelyn Middlemest. She's double-teamed right there at the half-court line. And let's see what the call is. Coach Matty Rule takes a smart 30-second timeout. As she was double-teamed, she had nowhere to go. And taking that quick, smart timeout keeps the possession for the Lady Beat Diggers. We'll keep it here on a 30-second timeout as our score is 34-16. You have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart at 330 South 11th Avenue. That's Buckeye Welding Supply. Stay with us later on here for some fourth quarter action, of course. Post-game show and players of the game immediately following, and that'll give us a short break, and then we'll flip over to the boys' side for tip-off as well. Coming back on the court for your Lady Beat Diggers will be number 2, Gracie Martinez, or number 3, Gracie Martinez, Piper Hickey, Jocelyn Middlemiss, Kylie Greenwood, and number 20, Sydney Miller. So Hickey throws it into Martinez. Martinez brings it up the court as that double team comes up. Good set pick. That's the word I was trying to say by Jocelyn Middlemiss. But unfortunately, Martinez gets called with the traveling and another turnover for the Lady Bee Diggers. Quezada's going to pitch it in to number 1, Carolina Ross, who's done a great job bringing it up the middle for the Outlaws. She brings it over to the right side, swings it over to Loya. Loya over to Sheffield on the left side. Sheffield finds Niswonger at the free throw line. She feeds it over to Quesada. Excuse me, yes, it was Quesada, and it went right through her hands, so a turnover for the Outlaws as Callie Kastrup's going to check back in for number 3, Gracie Martinez. Callie Kastrup's got some foul troubles, though. She does have 3 fouls so far, and she picked up that one early here in the third quarter. Kastrup brings it up the court as they're ready to go with that double team right at midcourt as Kastrup brings it around the right side, easily works her way through it, finds it open. Sid Miller, left-handed layup up and good! Sydney Miller with a beautiful left-handed layup on a feed from Callie Kastrup and an and one for the Lady Bee Diggers. As Taryn Sheffield gets called with that foul for the Outlaws, as Sydney Miller on the free throw line for the and one. Shot is up, bounces off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Bee Diggers, though, as that was Jocelyn Middlemiss who tried to get it. Kylie Greenwood gets the rebound. She's trying to feed it out to Callie Kastrup over to Jocelyn Middlemiss, left side. Middlemiss shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Quesada. Quesada, she's trying to go up the court, almost knocked away by Sid Miller, but not quite there as Carolina Ross now has it on the left side, and she looks at center court over to the left side to Sheffield. Sheffield feeds it far deep in the corner to Quesada. Quesada back to Sheffield. Sheffield back to Ross. Ross swings it over to Loya. Loya tried to go to Sheffield, and they got tied up with Jocelyn Middlemiss, and the ball was knocked out of bounds by Jocelyn Middlemiss as number 3, Aubrey Black checks in for Loya. Sheffield's looking for a play from the coach there underneath the bucket there on the right side. She's trying to find an open outlaw. She does find Carolina Ross. Ross tries to drive it to the hoop. She has to go around a big Sid Miller, and that's not going to happen with Sydney Miller with those big arms and those reach, that beautiful reach she has to knock that away. Rebound by the Lady Bee Diggers as Callie Kastrup brings it up center court. Kastrup left side to Piper Hickey. Hickey tries to take it and drive. A give and go to Sid Miller. Shot by Miller. Up. No good. Rebounded. Almost rebounded by Sid Miller, but it was knocked away instead by her and against Niswonger. And it's going to be a change of possession as Niswonger is going to take a break as Lauren Gonzalez comes in for her. And Aubrey Black brings it up the court for the Outlaws. Up to the center. Finds Quesada on the right side. Quesada looking to find an open Carolina Ross, who at the free throw line tries to drive it to the hoop. She's got Sid Miller to worry about. Instead, she feeds it off to Sheffield for the three-pointer on the left side is up and no good. And then Quesada tries an underneath the shot as she gets it. And it looks like it was rebounded by Sid Miller, but then it was knocked away. But I believe it's a loss as one of the Outlaws bumped it on the way out of Sid's hand. And it's going to be a turnover as the Bee Diggers will get the ball. Callie Kastrup brings it up the center court off the inbounds from Kylie Greenwood. Greenwood over to Hickey. Hickey to Kastrup. Kastrup to Jocelyn Middlemiss. Sid Miller finds an open Hickey from just about three-point land. Not quite there. Shot is up and is no good and rebounded by Quesada. Quesada goes, curls it around and brings it up center court. On the left side to Sheffield. Sheffield looks to the corner for Black. Black swings it over to Sheffield. Sheffield top of the key over to the right side to Carolina Ross. Feeds it down to number 31, Lauren Gonzalez. And it was a great opportunity for the Bee Diggers to get it, but knocked away by Kylie Greenwood out of bounds, and it's going to maintain possession as Loya comes in for the Outlaws. And number 4 for the Lady Bee Diggers, Macy Jones. Taryn Sheffield will do the inbounds for the Outlaws. 34-18 with 2:40 left to go. Third quarter action here. Outlaws leading the Lady Bee Diggers. Inbounds pass was knocked away, but picked up by Quesada, and she's actually tripped. I think this could be one on Callie Kastrup. It is. It's going to be her 4th foul, so she's way into foul trouble. She's going to have to come out as Coach Maddie Rule. Nope, she's going to keep her in there. And Gracie Martinez checks in for Macy Jones. Looked like Macy might have got hurt a little bit underneath the hoop. But Callie Kastrup has her 4th foul already on her late in the third quarter. 2:36 left to go. 38-4 to 18. Inbounds for the Outlaws to Lauren Gonzalez. Stolen by number 20, Sydney Miller. Ooh, she tried to offer her hand up, and no way she was taking that one. So it'll be a jump ball and a possession change for the Lady Beat Diggers, as Sid says sorry on that one, on that roughing underneath the hoop there. Good sportsmanship by her there. As number 3, Gracie Martinez brings it up the court, finds the Kylie Greenwood. Greenwood trying to go for Sid Miller, but it's knocked away by number 10, Loya. Loya gets it over to Sheffield, who quickly brings it up the court, finds a wide open Quesada, but the pass just pulled her about 3 feet back, and she gets called with the travel, and it's another turnover for the Outlaws, as Piper Hickey will do the inbounds to Gracie Martinez. 34-18 our score, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Martinez with the ball brings it up center court, finds number 10 Jocelyn Middlemesh to the right side. Greenwood with the pick as she gets the roll and tries to get the pass as she's going to the hoop, but it's taken away by one of the Outlaws, number 3, Aubrey Black, and feeds it over to Quesada down the court. Quesada finds Sheffield. Sheffield with a quick dribble and a shot up good. Taryn Sheffield finally gets a score for the Outlaws late here in the third quarter. Sid Miller with the ball from underneath the bucket, and she gets it out to number 10, Middlemesh. Middlemesh shot as she's pushed to the right side. No good. Boy, I thought that was going to be an N1. It's going to be a foul charge to Kaylene Quesada. It'll be her second personal foul, as Jocelyn Middlemesh will come to the charity stripe with 1:39 left to go. First shot by Jocelyn Middlemesh is up. Swish. Substitution for the Lady Bee Diggers is number 30, Berkeley Neiswanger, comes in. And Middlemesh will take her second shot from the free throw line. It is up and swish for Jocelyn Middlemesh. 36-20 is our score. Bee Diggers have a lot of wood to chop to get back into this game if they're going to make it a contest. As Sheffield has it on the right side, over to number 10, and that was Loy. It was tipped away, and it's driven in the hoop by number 30, Neiswanger, as she tries, but it's blocked away and it misses off the rim, and then they get a scrum underneath the hoop, trying to see what the call is. It's going to be a possession to the Lady Bee Diggers. I thought there was a foul, but there was no foul, and it was just a jump ball. So Taryn Sheffield will do the inbounds for the Lady Outlaws, as she hits it over to Lauren Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Black. Black over to Loya. Loya swings it all the way around to Sheffield, who sees Neiswanger underneath the hoop, and she looks like she's going to be fouled by number 2, Piper Hickey. Yes, the foul is going to be charged on Piper Hickey, her very first personal, and that puts on the line for the Lady Outlaws, Berkeley Neiswanger. With 1:14 left to go, 36-20 is our score. First shot from Neiswanger is up, and it is a swish for the Outlaws. Crowd starting to thicken up here at Leroy Needham's court in the Beat Cellar as Neiswanger takes her second shot. It is up, and it is a swish for Berkeley Neiswanger. 38-20 is our score. Biggest lead of the night here for the Outlaws, as Gracie Martinez gets it over to Piper Hickey to the right side. Hickey drives it around the left side, takes it deep in the court, goes to Jocelyn Middlemesh from the left side. Her shot is up, it is no good. Rebounded, and there's a tie-up as a scrum to the floor. It's going to be a jump ball as the Lady Bee Diggers will maintain possession. Gracie Martinez will do the inbounds, honors, as she hits it right into Sid Miller. Sid Miller gets it back to Gracie. Gracie over to the left side. Feeds it to Piper Hickey. Hickey to Martinez from three-point land. Gracie Martinez's shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Taryn Sheffield. She's double-teamed in the right corner. Sheffield slows the pace down, brings it up the court for the Lady Outlaws to the right side. Slowing down with 39 seconds left to go. Third period action. Sheffield trying to find somebody. Finally gets it over to Loya on the left side. Swings it to Black. Black back to Loya. Loya at the top of the key over to Neiswanger on the right side. Gets it over to Black left side, Sheffield far left side, and wide open is a Lauren Gonzalez underneath the hoop. Shot is up, no good, with 20 seconds, and there's a foul underneath the hoop. Let's see who the foul's going to be on. It's going to be on Piper Hickey, her second foul. So Berkeley Neiswanger is going to come to the charity stripe with 20 seconds left to go. 38-20 is our score. First shot from Niswonger is up and is no good. As they make a couple of switches there. No line changes, though, just a couple of switches on the court. Niswonger's second shot with 20 seconds left to go is up. Swish for Berkeley. Niswonger, her third free throw of the night. Gracie Martinez brings it up the court for the Lady Bee Diggers, as there's a pick there by Piper Hickey, but nothing to it there. And she tries to feed it to Miller. Miller loses the handle. It's recovered by Lauren Gonzalez. Lauren Gonzalez looks up the court, goes to Sheffield. She's wide open, steps back for the three. The shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Lauren Gonzalez, but then Piper Hickey with a big steal underneath, unable to get the shot off. So we'll end the quarter just like that with the score of 39-20. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back with you here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network coming to you live from Leroy Needham's court at the Beat Cellar. Some girls action going on right now as the Lady Outlaws in a commanding lead over the Lady Beat Diggers, 39-20. Turnovers have been an issue for the Lady Beat Diggers as they are unable to get the ball underneath the hoop and maintain the possession. They turn it over quite often. That has been a killer to the Lady Bee Diggers this evening. Outlaws will do the inbounds as Aubrey Black feeds it in to Carolina Ross. Ross, top of the key, gets a pick from number 30, Niswonger, feeds it down low, but it's taken away by number 4, Macy Jones. And then she tried to grab it, but she was kind of bumped there by number 15, Bailey Niswonger, and they're trying to see if it's good call by the officials. One official actually said it was the outlaw ball, but then they confirmed and made sure, and it ended up being a Beat Digger ball. So Gracie Martinez will bring it up the court for the Lady Beat Diggers. It's the fourth quarter, brought to you by Rudy's Tires with several locations across the area. There's always Rudy's Tires locations close by, and they can even come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires brings you Eastern Plains Sports Today every weekday on 1010 KSIR. Sid Miller with the rebound attempt after a shot from number 30, Berkeley Niswonger, is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Outlaws. So the Beat Diggers will get possession as Gracie Martinez brings it up the court. Finds an Emery Chard there at the free throw line. Chard over to Jones. Jones tries to feed it in to Miller, but Miller gets her foot on the line. And it's another turnover for the Beat Diggers as Bailey Niswonger will do the inbounds privileges to number 3, Aubrey Black. And Black brings it up the court for the Lady Outlaws. Macy Jones, good defense on her, followed by Gracie Martinez as well, the two at the top. As Sheffield feeds it in to number 1, Carolina Ross, and she tries to force it into Niswonger, and it is knocked away and picked up by the Beat Diggers. And Jocelyn Middlemess brings it up the court, over to the right side to Gracie Martinez. Out in three-point land, she feeds it over to Macy Jones. Macy Jones feeds it in to Chard, and it was knocked away by by Martinez, and then it was lost underneath on a pass to number 20, Sid Miller. And then what a beautiful drive by the Outlaws, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Terrence Sheffield actually made the lay-in, but she charged one of the Beat Diggers, and a charging foul is going to be offensive foul, and Terrence Sheffield will be her second personal. Beat Diggers will maintain possession now of the ball as it's to Jocelyn Middlemest over to, losing my train of thought here on my name. So Gracie Martinez tries to feed it in. She's looking on the drive on the left side, and she missed the shot. And it's rebounded by the Outlaws and fed down the court to number 30, Berkeley Niswonger, who's able to get the shot in there for the Outlaws, making it 41-20. Emery Chard with the ball from the free throw line, feeds it over to Macy Jones from three-point shot. She takes a big shot. She's tipped away, though, by number 1, Carolina Ross, rebounded by number 3, Aubrey Black. Black brings it up the court for the Lady Outlaws. Looking to the right side, goes to Carolina Ross. Ross looking to find someone open. Feeds it over to the top of the key, back to number 3, Black. Black to Sheffield on the left side. Left, and she feeds it to Niswonger. Niswonger tries to get it down to Bailey Niswonger, then feeds it up the court to Sheffield. She tries a shot from 3. It bounces in and out of the rim. Rebounded by number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess. 5:30 left to go. 41-20 is our score. As Macy Jones has the ball for the Lady Bee Diggers, feeds it to Jocelyn Middlemess. She had an opening right behind her. She never took it. Feeds it over to Emery Chard. Chard back to Jocelyn Middlemess. Shot up good. Jocelyn Middlemess on the board again. Finally, this second half, her fourth point of the night, her 6th point of the night. As Carolina Ross brings it up the court, right side for the Lady Outlaws, over to Sheffield. Sheffield feeds to Niswonger, give and go to Sheffield, and she is fouled as she tries to do the right-handed layup by number 14, Emery Chard, who gets charged with her second foul, and that's going to put Taryn Sheffield on the line for the Lady Outlaws. 41-22 is our score. Shot from Sheffield is up. It's good. As there is a couple of substitutions for the B-Diggers. Lauren Gonzalez checks in along with Kayleen Quezada. Sheffield. Second shot is up. Bounces a couple times. No good. Rebounded by number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess. 42-22 is our score. Middlemess brings it up the middle of the court. Finds Macy Jones. Macy Jones on the right side. Feeds it back to Middlemess. Middlemess with a shot on the layup, and she's fouled on her way in. And it looks like it's going to be charged on number 15, Bailey Niswonger. That poor girl has had foul trouble all night. Coach says, stay in there, let it run. So she's got her fourth foul as number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess, comes to the line. First shot from Middlemess is up, and a swish for Jocelyn Middlemess. 3 for 3 on the line this evening as Callie Castrop comes back in, along with Kylie Greenwood. And then for the Outlaws, checking in number 10, Laisha Loya. Jocelyn Middlemess trying to make it an 18-point game. Her shot is up, and swish for Jocelyn Middlemess. She's 4 for 4 from the line as the B-Diggers take a timeout. I believe it's the B-Diggers. Let me see, make sure who the call is on here as the official goes to the court. Full timeout here, so we'll take a 30-second break to come back to you here on 1010 KSIR in the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR in the Eastern Plains Sports Network, giving you some fourth quarter action here as the Lady B-Diggers are down 42-24 against the visiting Yuma Outlaws. Stay tuned with this for post-game show and players of the game immediately following, and then we'll go right into the boys action again with the Outlaws and B-Diggers as number 10, Loya, feeds it into number 11, Quezada. Quezada brings it up the court for the Outlaws, covered by number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess, feeds it out to Loya. Loya on the left side, double teamed in there. Kylie Greenwood able to get a hand on it, and then a scrum up with Carolina Ross on a jump ball. B-Diggers are going to get that one on the change of possession. 42-24, of course, our score. Fouls are not an issue right now. 2 for the Outlaws, 1 for the B-Diggers. In this fourth quarter as Callie Castrop brings it in, and she sees a double team coming to her at half court, but nope, she tries to get the pass. It was tipped by Loya and knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be maintained B-Digger ball. Callie Castrop brings it up center court again. She got that double team coming to her. There's a pick by the B-Diggers there. Number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess tipped away, and then Emery Chard, who had it underneath. She's trying to feed the ball all over the place and feed it back to number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess, but it's going to be called a jump ball first. So a change of possession as the B-Diggers turn it over underneath the basket. Niswonger feeds it into Carolina Ross. Ross brings it up the left side, drifts closer to the left side of the court, feeds it over to number 10, Loya. Loya looking for Gonzalez, but instead goes to number 15, Bailey Niswonger, who gets her first bucket of the night from the left side for the Outlaws, making it a 44-24 game. Callie Castrop tries to get the ball in from center court to number 13, Kylie Greenwood, and it's tipped away. That 2-3 defense they do, but it's a high 2-3 defense, and they come up, and that totally confuses the Lady Beat-Diggers. Callie Castrop in on the left side with the inbounds pass, feeds it over to Gracie Martinez. Martinez back to Castrop at center court. Top of the key, feeds it into number 10, Jocelyn Middlemess. She loses control of the ball underneath the bucket, and then they get kind of in a scrum, and now it's going to be a maintained possession for the Lady Beat-Diggers as Sid Miller checks in along with number 5 for the Outlaws, Taryn Sheffield. Gracie Martinez with the inbounds pass finds open Sid Miller. Sid Miller to Callie Castrop. Castrop to Martinez on the right side. Shot by Gracie Martinez, and she's fouled during the middle of that shot on by number 11, Kayleen Quezada, which will be her third foul. Gracie Martinez will be on the line for the Lady Beat-Diggers. 44-24, 3:32 left to go in the game. Fourth quarter action here. Getting ready to go to the boys' side. First shot for Gracie Martinez is up, and it is good. Getting her first point of the night. Second shot from Gracie Martinez that was at 44-25 is up and no good. Rebounded by number 13, Kylie Greenwood. Shot back up. It's good. Kylie Greenwood with a two-pointer from the right side underneath the hoop. As Taryn Sheffield brings it up the court for the Lady Outlaws. Feeds it over to Loya on the left side. Feeds it deep in the corner, and it's almost stolen by Kylie Greenwood. Kylie's having a great game for the Lady Beat Diggers, as she almost took it away from Bailey Neiswanger. Neiswanger on the inbounds pass finds an open Sheffield. Sheffield at the top left side, looking to find somebody. She thought about the long three-pointer. Instead, she feeds it over to Neiswanger. Neiswanger feeds it underneath to Loya. Her shot on the right side of the basket is no good. Rebounded by number 11, Quesada. Quesada to Sheffield. Sheffield fakes the shot, drives in. Thought she was going to get called traveling. Instead, she loses the ball. Beat Diggers get it, and it's Kylie Greenwood who's able to maintain the ball and get it into Callie Kastrup with 2:50 left to go, 44-27. Callie Kastrup driving in on the left side. Her shot fed to Sid Miller as she tried to shoot, but rebounded by Emery Chard. Emery Chard feeds it over to Kylie Greenwood. She's got to hurry up. Slid through her hands, and that's another turnover for the Lady Beat Diggers. 2:39 left to go, 44-27. Lady Outlaws winning this one. Taryn Sheffield on the inbounds brings it in, and she drives it to the right side over to Quesada. Quesada over to Loy on the right corner. She tries to feed it into Neiswanger, Berkeley, and it's taken away by Callie Kastrup as Kastrup brings it down the court, finds it open. Kylie Greenwood cutting to the hoop. She tries to shoot it, and thought she was fouled, but nothing there. Rebounded by Quesada. Quesada on the left side brings it up the center of the court, covered by number 3, Gracie Martinez. Feeds it over to number 5, Taryn Sheffield. Sheffield on the left side. Feeds it over. Nope, fakes to feed Deloya. Drives it to the hoop herself all the way. It looks like she's going to get fouled on the left side, left-handed layup by number 3, Gracie Martinez, getting her first personal. So Taryn Sheffield will come to the line. 44-27, 2:02 left to go. Fourth quarter action late here in the girls' game. Shot by Sheffield. Hits the front of the rim. It's no good. And check it in for the Outlaws, number 2, Lila Glanz. And for our Lady Beat Diggers, number 11, Tatum Chard checking in. The young freshman. Sheffield, second shot up is good. She's going to come out of the game and take a break as number 4, Sadie Mosentine comes in. Kastrup up the court for the Lady Beat Diggers. Gets a pick from Greenwood. Greenwood lets Kastrup make her drive, and she's blocked as she tries to drive towards the hoop by number 2, Layla Glanz. Immediately gets her first foul. No foul troubles for both teams. It was a non-shooting foul, they called it. So 4 fouls on the Outlaws, 2 on the Diggers. Kastrup finds the inbounds to number 14, Emery Chard, feeds to number 20, Sid Miller, who takes the shot and fouled at the same time, but it's no good. But she's going to get 2 on the line as she's fouled by number 10, Laisha Loya, her third foul, as number 3, Gracie Martinez, getting ready to check in for the Lady Beat Diggers as Sid Miller gets set up for her first shot from the free throw line is up. Swish, Sydney Miller. As Callie Kastrup's going to take a break, 45-28, 1:50 left to go, fourth quarter action. Sydney Miller with her second shot is up and swish for Sid Miller. Outlaws bringing it down by number 11, Quesada. Oh, she almost lost control of the ball. Gracie Martinez is right on her. Man-to-man coverage as she feeds it over to number 15, Neiswanger. Neiswanger feeds it over to number 10, Loya. Loya gets it down low, and it's picked up by number 15, Neiswanger, Bailey Neiswanger. She gets the shot, and it is good. Bailey Neiswanger, as she's fouled. I think it's a late foul. I think they're going to call the bucket. Let's see what they call. So the bucket does count. Sorry, I just wanted to listen when I heard. And then the foul was on Kaylin Quesada, her fourth foul on the push. So she's going to get charged with her fourth personal. I'm trying to get some discussion here. I'm trying to hear what the officials are saying But the bucket does count, so it's 47-29 is our score. 5 team fouls, but since it was down here on the other side, I don't think it's a shooting foul. And we'll see what happens here. 47-29 is our score. Again, trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's see. Trying to see what's going on here. The official's going over to talk to Maddie Rule. Let's see what he's saying to her. Okay, so they're having a foul on Tatum Chard, is what they're saying. The foul is on Tatum Chard and not Kaylene Quezada. So I'm going to erase that 4th foul on her, as it was a foul on Tatum, and then there was an inbounds pass there that was lost by the Lady Outlaws. So Chard got charged with her first foul after all of that. There was a lot of confusion on that court with only 1:20 left to go. But hey, we'll make it work. So Callie Kastrup will bring it down, 47-29 after all that confusion and lost time. I apologize for that. Kastrup up the court for the Lady Beat Diggers. Feeds it to Miller. Miller gets it over to Tatum Chard. Chard trying to get hold of the ball. She's got tons of pressure underneath her by Glanz, and she was able to get over to Kastrup, but the ball was knocked out of bounds. It's going to be tossed in by Gracie Martinez on the right side of the court to Kastrup. Kastrup still stays on the right side of the court. Goes looking to the left, finds Tatum. Nope, she instead goes to number 20, Miller. Miller to Greenwood. Greenwood drives it in and tries to go with a right-handed shot, but she loses the handle on it, and it goes into the hands of Kaylene Quezada. Quezada brings it up the court. She's covered by Martinez. Over to Neiswanger, Berkeley Neiswanger. She feeds it back to number 11, Quezada, and back to Neiswanger. So it's kind of just some time kill with 45 seconds left to go. Pitches it off to number 2, Layla Glanz. Her shot is up, no good. Knocked out of bounds as the clock stops with 39.7 seconds left to go. 47-29 is our score, as Jocelyn Middlemist will check back in for Tatum Chard. Coach is calling them to back off with 30 seconds left to go, so that great defense the Outlaws showed has kind of trimmed itself back. Number 20, Sid Miller with a shot, rebounded by Kylie Greenwood, is up, and it's taken away as well, and then taken down the court by number 4, Sadie Mosentine, but it's knocked away by number 3, Gracie Martinez, and it's going to maintain Outlaw ball, as Berkeley Neiswanger is going to do the inbounds as Emery Chard came in for number 20, Sid Miller. She tripped over the scorer's table. I thought she was going to go down when she did that, so thank goodness she's all right. As number 11, Quezada, just kind of killing some time with Neiswanger. 17 seconds left to go. The clock's going to trim down here pretty quickly here, as now it's over to number 4, Mosentine. Over to Neiswanger. Neiswanger feeds it in. It's tipped away underneath the basket. Ball's rolling all over the place. 5 seconds left to go. Rebounded by Emery Chard. Gracie Martinez, long, deep shot for 3. And that's going to be it, as this is a final. The Lady Beat Diggers fall to the Outlaws 47-29 against the Lady Outlaws tonight. And they are victorious on the girls' side. So we will take a 3-minute break. Come back to you, get some final stats here on the girls' side, and go over some updates, and then get ready to go for the boys' action. We'll take, again, a 3-minute break here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you live from the Beat Seller Leroy Needens Court, as the Lady Beat Diggers fall to the Lady Outlaws with a final score of 47-29. As postgame show brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. Boy, it was a tough loss for the Lady Beat Diggers tonight, as the Outlaws came playing ready to go. Again, a younger Beat Digger team as well, as they only have 1 senior on the team. And the Outlaws looked really well. Leading scorer tonight for the Outlaws, number 5, Terrence Sheffield, followed by number 1, Carolina Ross. As those 2 girls played one heck of a game for the Lady Outlaws. Players of the game tonight brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate's degree, continue your education, or get specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. I'm going to give that tonight to number 13 for the Lady Bee Diggers, Kylie Greenwood, who ended up the night with 9 points. She was all over the place tonight, really working hard defensively. She had a couple of losses. Everybody had a lot of turnovers tonight on the team for I would say as a team. But for the most part, she stayed focused and did good. She was always in the scrum in the middle there, trying to get that ball. So player of the game tonight will be Kylie Greenwood, and then on the flip side for the Lady Outlaws, going to number 5, Taryn Sheffield, for her action with 13 points. So again, Kylie Greenwood is the leading scorer for the Lady Bee Diggers with 9, followed by Sid Miller at 8 and Jocelyn Middlemess with 8, as the Lady Bee Diggers fall to the Lady Outlaws by a final score of 47-29. We will take a 7-minute break. I'm going to send it back to the studio for some other programming for just a little bit so I can take a quick break and get ready for lineups and stuff. So I appreciate you listening to Lady Bee Digger basketball, as again, unfortunately, they fall to the Lady Outlaws tonight, 47-29 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.